Hey everyone, it's Lisa here from Arcane and Stellar with a pick a card reading for you. This is going to be looking at what blessings you can expect to come to you over this summer course. So over this next summer, which starts, June, July, August or so. Of course, for some of you, this is going to be winter, okay? So I understand that too. So winter, summer blessings, you know what I mean, depending on where you're at in the world. But we have 4 piles, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, choose what you're drawn to. This is timeless, of course, so you can come back to it at any time. And also, I want to say, you can choose more than one pile. If you feel drawn to more than one, that's totally fine. Definitely check out more than one. Okay? So, take care of yourselves, guys. I wish you all the very, 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 very best during the summer. And if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, all that information is down below in the description box. I have a link to my Etsy store where you can purchase a reading, as well as a link to my Amazon wishlist. And many of you might already know that have been, part of my channel for a while, you know that I always give a reading as a thank you whenever somebody gets something off the Amazon wish list. I have 2 of them, so it's either one. But yeah, just be sure if you use that type of option to leave me an email or an Instagram so I can get a hold of you in the gift note. So yeah, I am sending you guys lots of love, and I'll see you in your reading. Hi guys, so if you chose pile number 1 with the Desert Rose, this is your reading. Every time I see this and I see Desert Rose, I always get the song by Sting stuck in my head. Desert Rose. Does anyone remember that song? So first of all, we're going to start off with this card, which is Starfish Spirit, open to infinite possibility. I feel like one of the blessings that's coming for you over this, the period of the next 3 months, I would say, is that you are going to be able to take in a lot of new opportunities. I feel like there's also could be for some of you a realization that you have so much at your fingertips. The starfish spirit is like, it's shown on the beach, soaking up the sun, soaking up all the possibilities, and being able to kind of like reach for the stars in some way. I feel like that there's an opportunity coming towards you, and it sort of has infinite potential. So for some of you, maybe there might be some of you that have been thinking about like a business idea or some kind of idea that you wanted where you had like limitless possibilities, which I think is one of the best things to manifest, because sometimes we get stuck in like ideas where we're like, oh, but there's like a top to that. There's like infinite things coming towards you, where there's like infinite growth. Okay? So we also have young energy, young. I don't know how to say this. I think it's young. I heard someone say it that way, and then I've heard people say yang, so either way, very masculine driven energy is what I'm seeing here, which I think is quite interesting, because it does seem like you guys are going to also have more energy and more drive. So if some of you have been kind of like stagnating, feeling kind of a little bit lethargic, tired, I feel like either your energy is going to start to pick up, and it could be like after some of the particular, by the way, Venus retrograde, Venus on the negative side can be like kind of like a lazy, energy, kind of, relaxed and receptive. And I feel like kind of maybe for some of you, once this retrograde finishes, you'll start to feel your energy levels rise back up and be able to accomplish a lot more. As well, for some of you, if you've been having issues with like lethargy, as I was mentioning, it might be that you guys discover a way to bring up your energy levels, like a good vitamin or some kind of maybe there's a particular regime that you start or something that you kind of come across that really gives you a lot better energy. So, let's see what else we've got. We've got tough and trying times. Tough times ahead, think long term and make decisions accordingly. Avoid negative people at all costs. So, obviously, this is not a blessing, but I think that the blessing here I'm feeling is that you're going to be getting past those things. For some of you that have maybe been putting up with negative people in your life, I feel like you'll have the courage, the guts, and the stamina to kind of move past them. If you haven't, like recently, like how sometimes certain people get under your skin and you can't really like let them go. I feel for some of you, you're going to find that strength. Of course, that's for some of you. And as well, like with tough times, I feel like you're going to be able to kind of get past it. Like you're going to have the energy to get past any tough times. You're going to be tapping into a lot of knowledge and in how to get rid of any kind of obstacles that come your way. So it's like if you get an obstacle, you find the course around, either go around or go over it. You're going to figure out the way to get, past it, is what I'm feeling for sure for you guys, which I think is really good, because we all have tough and trying times sometimes, right? And for some of you, it might be that these are kind of dissipating, right? If you've been going through some tough times, things are going to start to lighten up and you're going to have more energy again to kind of move forward. We have Everlasting Daisy for fortitude. So be brave and dig deep. There's definitely a bravery here that comes from this energy, that masculine type of yin energy. And I feel like a lot of you are going to be able to, there's a lot more fortitude. You're a lot more stronger. It's like you've grown some spiritual muscles, you know, or something along those lines where you're just feeling a lot stronger and more driven. For some of you, if there have been things that were scaring you, even if they're opportunities, right? Sometimes we're even scared of the possibilities, right? Like I know some people, for instance, they want to like win the lottery, right? And even me, sometimes I've been like that. I'm like, oh, I want to win the lottery. But then when you start thinking about it, you realize how stressful it can be, or how scary, like what could happen. So some people are already like, you know, making negative assumptions about something that should be positive. And I feel one of the things that you're going to be doing is sort of understanding that you don't have to be scared of success. Because a lot of us actually have deep down fears of success. Even me, I thought, oh, if I put a YouTube channel out, then it means people could know who I am. If they know who I am, they won't like me. Do you know what I mean? Like, so sometimes you don't even realize you have these type of thoughts. And that could be where you're digging deep and realizing and like kind of cutting those thoughts out and getting, because once you know what the problem is, that's when you can start to solve it, because then you can combat it, right, and fight it. So I definitely feel like that's something for some of you as well, is digging deep, figuring out what keeps you from some of the infinite possibilities. You know what I mean? And then once that blockage is done, it's like you're going to start moving towards those things. We also have the Talisman. So you're destined to succeed. So there's a lot of success coming towards you. I feel like whatever you're going to be starting this summer, whether it's a project, a business, you know, writing a book, or doing anything, it's like you're destined to succeed with it. It's, you know, there's success here in the works for you. Sorry, I was just looking at the image here. What's this? Interesting. So we also have the Magician. So here are your tarot cards. The Magician. There is definitely, obviously, one of your blessings is that you're going to be able to be a manifesting machine. There's a lot of magical power behind the Magician. The Magician knows how to get things done. Things are in alignment for the Magician. He's kind of figured out how to use all the tools. And that's a breakthrough I think that many of you are going to be having over the course of this summer or winter. Is that you're going to be tapping into your knowledge, into your abilities, into your real power that sits inside of you. Let me just see. Because, like, look at this light. It's like in his chest. Like, what lights up your heart? What is sitting there that needs to be, you know, shown a light on? You know what I mean? What do you need to shine a light on to kind of uncover some of the darkness in you that holds you back from your possibilities? That's another thing I'm seeing for you. It's so much potential. We also have the King of Cups. I feel like, again, there's a strong... The King of Cups is somebody that's, you know, very strong emotionally. This is not somebody who lets things rattle him. He's, as you can see, there's the water around him, so he has access to it, but his feet are still planted on the sand. So that's talking that he still has some, you know, stability with earth, some groundedness in his emotions. As well, you can see the waves aren't going nuts. Things are swimming and playing, and things are fun. You know what I mean? Things are calm. And there's going to be a calmness that comes over you, an attitude of, I can handle anything emotionally. I can do this. I can do anything I want. There's a lot of deep emotional growth here too, I'm feeling, for sure. That's definitely one of the things you're manifesting. And when our emotions are, you know, if that's been something that's felt out of alignment for you, I feel like you have that ability. And that's one of the blessings, is that you'll be able to kind of find a safer, it's going to feel safer for you to feel things. You're going to have more, gosh, how to say this? It's just going to be a lot more settled, I feel, for you emotionally. We also have the Two of Wands. Okay, so there's some choices to be made. Again, this talks about infinite possibilities. He's holding the world in his hand. And there's, for some of you, you're thinking about moving abroad. You're thinking about, you could move anywhere. You could do anything. And that's the true story, guys. You can do anything that you want to do. You know what I mean? And that's really the blessing here. And I feel like you're going to have options. And for some of you, it's like you'll be faced with different options. But it's going to be like, I feel like either one you choose is going to bring you success, but also I feel that you're going to like both options. Like both options are a blessing. And for some of you, you might be able to hopefully choose which one they are. Like which one, you know what I mean? It won't be a difficult choice as well, I'm feeling. Maybe if there's been a choice you've been struggling with for your future, it's not going to be so hard to make the choice. You'll be able to make it intuitively and soundly, knowing that you have full power to make it a success. And we also have Capricorn, the boss. So where is this energy concentrated around? Well, it's in the sign of Capricorn. Okay, so the Capricorn is associated with the 10th house, which is our midheaven. It's where our midheaven lies. It's where our goals lie, how we're perceived by the public. It's all about really getting things done. It's a house of hard work, of recognition. So for some of you, if you've been, dreaming to be in the public eye, you probably can hit that success in this. That's one of the blessings, if that's what you want. Career success is a big thing here. Business, depending, for sure. But there's a lot of success here, and it's like public recognition type of success. So I do feel like many of you might be trying to put yourself out in the public eye, or at least put a product out somewhere, or doing something along the lines of being available to people and out there. And it's probably something that you've worked hard for. But it's very badass energy, as it says. So, and I feel like that with that magician, it's like you guys are going to be really strong. And that's really the blessing here. And then we have decision. So I asked about a love message just in case some of you are looking. And I thought that was interesting because the 2 of Wands came out here. It's time to decide about this relationship. So there might be a particular relationship that you're making a choice about in the summer. For some of you, it could be that, the decision is to either move on and focus on yourself or to move towards it, right? I feel like that, but whatever the decision is you make, which I feel like will be made from a very emotionally sound place, a very intuitive place, you're going to have that strength within you to understand how you want to move forward. I feel like you'll be very happy with your choice. Okay, so that's a special message for some of you that, are looking for love messages. So let's get some charms and see what other blessings are coming to you. Okay, let's see. We got a lot of zodiac signs. We have Cinderella. Oh, that reminds me of a wish coming true, a dream coming true. Never, never give up. Yes, you are my sunshine. Oh, you remember I was talking about the sun and the starfish? That's kind of interesting, okay? Made with love. Okay, for some of you, you really are creators, and you're creating something that's made with love, okay? Whether, whatever that could be. I see many of you, that blessing is that you're going to be making things with love. And I feel like it's going to be successful, whatever it is that you're putting your love into. We have never, never give up. That's Capricorn. It's a hard ass. It's somebody who really holds on tight and is ready to endure anything to make their dreams come true. Especially with the 10th house, that public, that public recognition for goals, for, your path. Again, for some of you, there's moving or traveling involved here with Sagittarius. That could be higher education too for some of you. For some of you, it might be that you get into 2 of the colleges or universities that you wanted to, okay? Or there are 2 options or 2 programs that seem amazing. Let's see, what else we've got? We got Capricorn again. So again, that focus, the blessings that are coming to you are focused on your career, your life path, again, that type of stuff. We have Scorpio. So again, digging deep into your psyche and understanding why you do things. There could be a bit of a rebirth coming here, a transformation. We have Cancer. So again, for some of you, it's thinking about moving away from home for the first time, perhaps, or just moving your location. It doesn't have to be the first time. It could be breaking away from home life, like from where you've been. There could also be a more like blissful or peaceful home life. And emotions, again, too, with the moon and Cancer are associated together. So your emotions might be feeling, there could be a transformation, but it's like a positive one. Sorry, I kind of took it away from you. We have 2 cherries. Again, that's kind of like the 2 options. It's like you have 2 sweet options. And then we have a shoe, a little high heel shoe. So you might be feeling, one of the blessings might be that you get some clothing that you really like. But shoes also can indicate like movement. There might be some movement forward, right? And then we have music, a musical note. So for some of you, this might be a music project for some of you. And then we have Leo. Again, that can talk about music, about entertainment, about acting for some of you. Hobbies, making your hobby something that brings you money, that brings you recognition. So for some of you that are artists or musicians or, you know, anything, honestly. You could even just be doing other types of business. It doesn't have to be. It's like you have that opportunity, that blessing is going to come to you to be successful in something that you really love doing. Because that's what the 5th house is really about doing. Also for those of you with children, I feel like you guys are going to have good times with children. Like, you know, if you have children, it's going to be a blissful type of happy summer. There's a lot of opportunities to have breakthroughs and in that arena of your life. We have as well, let's see. Oh, lots of surprises, okay? With the Mario box thing. Yeah, you're going to get a lot of surprises. But it's good surprises. So I feel like you're having more than one blessing coming towards you. We also have the horse. So it reminds me of like freedom. Also taking the lead. We have You Are My Sunshine. And then we have Cinderella. So as I said with Cinderella, it reminds me of wishes coming true, dreams coming true. You could have a guide in your midst that's really, really dedicated to you getting what you want. Right? Just like the fairy godmother came to Cinderella. It's like you have somebody out there, you know, a spirit or, you know, a guide of some kind or angel, you know, that's really watching after you and trying to help you succeed. So again, look for divinely inspired like messages and stuff like that, signs. Ask for signs, don't forget. Like to ask for specific signs to help you on your path. Let's get some letters. Okie dokie, let's look and see. I'm going to grab just like those ones. Got T, L, A. Okay. Okay, we have win. So I feel like you're going to be winning. You're going to win something. You know what? Some of you might need to play the lottery, as I mentioned. Look at that. Where is it at? I thought we had an E. Maybe we don't. Well, we have lotto. There we go. So that's another word for lottery. I thought we had a... Oh, no. For some reason, I thought we had an E. But we don't. We have... With the blank tile, we have fun. So I do feel like there's a lot of opportunity for fun. We have cry. So again, maybe getting in touch with your emotions, crying and getting through them. Like any low spell is going to be gone, I think. You know, you're going to cry it out, you're going to get to the bottom of it, and you're going to move on towards, you know, what do we have? I think we might have victory. Victory, yep. So you guys are going to have a lot of victories over this course of the summer. Again, always make sure that you take these victories, that you don't just sit on them, okay? For some of you can get a nice tan. Let's see. Again, we have vow. So for some of you, there could be a promises made, following through with promises to yourself. Oh, we have LOL. So again, a lot of fun, happy times coming towards you is what I'm feeling. Like that's the blessing. You know, fun, laughter, feeling in a good mood, feeling energetic, feeling excited about life. If you've been feeling dull, I guarantee you that's going to be clearing right up for you. So I'm really excited for you guys. And I really hope that this reading gave you some excitement to look forward to. And I'm sending you guys lots of love. Okay? Wishing you a wonderful, wonderful summer. And take care of yourselves. And I'll see you all in the next reading. Bye-bye. Hi guys. So if you chose pile number 2 with the amethyst, this is your reading. So there we go. Let's get started and see what kind of blessings are coming towards you this summer. So we've got the Swan Spirit. So it says time for a deep dive. I feel like for many of you, you're going to be diving deep into your own psyche, into your own spirituality, into the depths of yourself, and uncovering a lot of treasures about yourself. I also feel that many of you are going to be discerning about those around you. You're going to have a certain discernment about the one thing here. I'm going to say this really quick because I'm doing it a little bit differently than I did before, but with the warning card, it says don't dismiss red flags here. I feel like for some of you, you're going to be able to easily tap into your intuitive abilities and understand red flags and nip things in the bud before they even happen, right? If you're nurturing a certain connection, or you feel like nurturing a certain connection, you'll see those red flags, and it's like you've already have the knowledge at your fingertips to sort of to beat out anything like that, you know what I mean, from getting towards you or coming, into your heart space. That's something I'm definitely seeing. But again, there's a strong spiritual growth here. I feel like is part of the blessing. A transformation for some of you too, with the swan spirit, because I always think of the ugly duckling turning into the beautiful swan. For some of you, you might be having a glow up this summer. Okay, but it's also an internal glow up. It's not just about the outside looks, it's about the inside of you. And a lot of times when you do that, that's when you're really the effects will show up on the outside as well. We have the fates. So there's a lot of focus on fated events for you. Things coming into your fate, understanding your fate. For some of you, it could be that you're tapping into Akashic records, or you're tapping into certain meditations that are giving you signs. And for some of you, like, I would definitely be working on your intuition, whether finding ways of divination perhaps, or getting in touch with yourself that feel very comfortable. As I mentioned, there are the Akashic records for some of you. Maybe for some of you it could be meditation. For some of you it could be scrying. There's mirror scrying, water scrying. There's all kinds of different types of scrying. But again, it's also getting in touch with your own gut feeling too. I feel is something you're going to get strong gut feelings about certain things. We also have communication. So a reunion could bring love, or a rekindling of friendships. A lucky win seems likely. So for some of you, you might have some extra luck this summer or winter period for winning something, okay? Definitely try to take part in games, whether it's at a carnival or something, or or maybe like a scratch ticket, a lotto ticket, or something like that. It could be that you are doing giveaways, for instance, entering into giveaways. It seems like many of you could have a lucky win if you actually put the effort into it. Remember, you actually have to enter to win. So, and as well, a reunion of some kind. It seems like for some of you, you could have a past love or a past friend come back into your life over this summer, and it could be a good blessing for you. And we have anemone, optimism. Look up and look brightly. So I see this. One of the blessings is that there are a lot of optimistic things coming towards you. I feel like there's also an optimistic nature that you're going to be kind of in. You're going to feel much more optimistic. For some of you, if you've been holding on to something really tightly, I feel like for many of you, you're going to be able to really, really let go of it and just you know how they say, let go and let God? It's just like you're going to let the universe take care of it. You're finally going to just detach from that heavy feeling of perhaps like, when's it coming? Or when are they coming? Or when are they coming? Or when's this going to happen? And you just like let it happen, right? You're like, I know it'll happen when it's meant to happen. And for some of you, there could be, like a fated person coming back into your life. We have the Harlequin. True feelings are masked. Ugh, sorry. That's what I'm feeling, is that you're getting past. I feel like for some of you, you've been even masking some of your own feelings from yourself. Not necessarily seeing all that's within you, all the treasure that's like, inside of you. And so I feel like that's one of the blessings that you're going to be, getting over these next few months, is that you're going to be able to kind of take off the mask, at least for yourself. But as well, maybe feeling more authentic, finding power to be more authentic around people and not have to mask your true feelings. To understand that you're beautiful no matter what you believe or, how you look. You don't have to hold yourself back. For some of you, you might begin to become more comfortable without makeup or, kind of putting on certain shows. It's like you'll feel more beautiful in your own skin. I feel like that's a blessing for some of you. We have Pisces. So, 12th house. I feel like you guys are going to have a very, very strong, intuitive knowing over the summer. There could be some dreaminess going on. There could be a lot of spiritual growth. A lot of you could be connecting to past lives again, and your fate for the future. For some of you, this could be even an incubation stage in some way, where you're really getting ready for the next big step. And for those of you that have like time off and stuff, or you know what I mean, like whether it's from school or from work or something, I feel like that's Spirit is urging you to really dig deep now during this time, to take advantage of this, to really get into yourself and understand yourself. For some of you, you might be able to, you might be called for a healing path of some kind, or an intuitive type of career, you know, like a career in which you use your intuition, or you help people, like a spiritual path, I guess you could say. Or using compassion to help others. For some of you, it's like you know that you're meant to, like, you know, go work with children in like a certain country or a certain place or a certain area. Or, you know, you have some kind of, it's like the calling's going to come to you. I feel like you're going to feel a calling. We have the Knight of Cups, so what it tells me is that you're very receptive to your emotions. You're going to be feeling very intuitive. Again, there could be somebody coming back into your life that left a romantic interest for some of you, or somebody that you cared a lot about. And I feel like that's definitely going to be a blessing. I feel like for many of you, you're actually going to get a happy ending with this person in some way, shape, or form. That there's going to be a lot of happiness, perhaps because of this reunion. But in general, I see a lot of happiness and understanding, and having the sun shone on what you really want. As you can see, it's bright here too. It's like your emotions are going to have a spotlight on them in some way. They're going to get recognition. And I feel like that's what Spirit's trying to do, is they're trying to recognize the things that maybe you've kept in the dark. We also have the Hanged Man, so it does talk about, you know, a different perspective. This might be a period where not a whole lot happens. I feel like it's going to be much more internal than anything. But I feel like it's the stage that you're meant to be in. It's a stage of rest, a stage perhaps of isolation a little bit in some ways, spiritual isolation. But it's like a good thing, because it's getting you to the next stage. I feel like this is just the stage you're in to hit the big time. Do you know what I mean? Like it's the final, like kind of the final stage. There we go. That's what I'm really feeling here. So with that being said, let's get some charms, for those of you that like charms. So I do see like lots of blessings. I feel like there will be communication. Like when I say the isolated stuff, I'm not saying that you're not going to talk to anyone or something like that. What I mean is more of, there's that spiritual isolation where you're really kind of getting into yourself. There we go. Okay, let's see what we've got. We've got Capricorn and Sagittarius. We've got Libra, Mermaid, Forever, New York, Match. Okay, so let's look up here at the charms. First of all, we have Wish. So it could be that you have a wish come true over this summer. That could be one of the blessings. It could be also focusing on what you actually are wishing for. We have Forever. Again, I feel like this might be connected to the person that comes back into your life, or that you connect with over this summer. We have Libra, so that can talk about partnerships, okay? One-on-one relationships and stuff like that. So again, it could still be a friend, but it could also be a romantic interest, okay? We have I Love You to the Moon and Back. And then we have a peace sign. So I definitely see some peace, some inner peace coming to you. Fighting for peace, perhaps. Or, you know, incorporating more peace into your lifestyle. We have the Horse. So it reminds me of freedom and leadership. Taking charge of your life. Feeling perhaps a bit more free than you have. We have New York. The Statue of Liberty. So freedom as well, liberty. It could be that you're dreaming of traveling. Kind of planning a next phase. Perhaps some of you, you know, have a connection to New York. Or could be again with the travel, because we do have Sagittarius here. But I think it's like there are a lot of the ninth house, which I have a stellium in, is very much about spirituality and philosophy. And, like, it's really about digging deep and learning. It's all about knowledge, like gaining knowledge, whether it's through university, through spiritual practices. For some of you, I do feel like you can bring a lot of knowledge to other people. We have be the light. And for some of you, I feel like you could make spirituality, you know, a goal. Or, you know, like healing or something like that. Sorry. Shh. You could actually make it like a career or something, or part of your life path. I feel like that's what you're going to be learning, is what you really want. Because this is the 9th and the 10th house. There's a progression, first of all. And this is tied into like learning spirituality, studying. We have the mermaid. So again, it kind of reminds me of freedom, magic. Knowing that you have a lot of magic within you. Sorry, I keep not holding it up. There could be an invincible type of nature to you over this summer. Becoming more with peace, you know, inner peace is really not focusing on other people and how they, you know, letting them affect us. And so that could be part of what this is uncovering red flags in other people, so that you know you're not going to get triggered by people. And I know that we can't exactly live our life never getting triggered, but I feel like that there's some sort of peace that you're going to be finding, and that's part of the blessing here. And then as well, we have the match, and it just reminds me of a fire being lit inside of you. Something's going to light your fire. Some light, like light is a big thing here too. Be the light, the match. There's passion's kind of growing in you, stirring in you. And I feel like something's going to strike. It's like you're striking the match and something's going to really come out of it. I feel like you're coming up to a big realization during this period before the summer is over. You're going to have some big realizations about the path that you want to be on. Spiritual beliefs, again, could be another thing. Travel, like I said, with that 9th house, Sagittarius, focus. And that's associated also with Jupiter, which is, you know, about luck. So again, some of you might be, you know, have some extra luck, like enter contests, like do radio giveaways, like do it all. Try to do it, because I feel like many of you will have at least one success for sure with like a giveaway or something like that. Okay, let's see. We have me. So focusing on yourself, right? It's starting to thunder. The mountains have been getting a lot of rainstorms lately. We have cry here too. So being in touch with your emotions. That pile number 1 had the word cry. And I felt like it was really about like maybe getting more in touch with emotions. We have E. I grabbed a few more. Oh, we just got 2 E's and an I. So we have gas. So having, you know, fuel to burn. Some energy perhaps for some of you. We have sea. So maybe for some of you the water is important, or you'll be able to go to the water in some way, like the seashore. We have rise. So again, rising up in some way. Understanding where you need to rise up. We have let's see, we have scare. So first up with scare, it kind of reminds me of like maybe they're like, or something's been scary. Maybe things that were scary are no longer scary to you. If confronting people was scary, you're going to find the strength within you to do that, to walk away from things that don't, you know, or if it's been scary for you to confront your future, that's going to be, okay, nope, sorry. That's going to be something that you'll be able to really, you know, get rid of the scary things and find a lot more inner peace. If you've been dealing with anxiety, that's another thing I'm feeling, is being able to, we also have age too, so, sorry, my dog, somebody's outside and he's like, oh my god, I gotta protect me, or protect my lady. Anyways, guys, I really hope that this gives you some insight into what kind of blessings you can expect. I'm wishing you guys lots and lots of love. Okay, come here. And I wish, yeah, if you'd like to have a personal reading, all that information is down below. And yeah, I'm wishing you all the best. Sending you lots of love, as I mentioned, and take care. See you in the next reading. Hey guys, so if you chose pile number 3 with this citrine, this is your reading. So what blessings are coming to you over the next few months? You know, whether it's summer or winter for you guys. Let's find out. So first of all, we're going to start with the animal spirit deck, or the spirit animal oracle. And we have the panther spirit, reclaim your power. I'm really intuitively picking up that for many of you guys, there's something that you've been thinking about pouncing on. Perhaps you've been kind of ruminating on something, and you're finally going to make that jump or that leap towards it. You're going to find the courage, the fire inside of you to kind of make that leap towards something. So again, the panther is a very strong type of spirit. It's about action, right? But I feel like this is an action that you've been thinking out a long time. Another thing I'm feeling too for you guys is you might be working on your physical power. So for some of you, exercise might be something that maybe you're going to be more physically strong. You're going to feel more physically fit, or, you know what I mean, just more physically powerful in, you know, over this course of the summer. For some of you too, it might be the stamina to kind of keep up with a regime of some kind of health, of taking care of yourself, of keeping up with your own strength as well. Like, for some of you, like if you've had a hard time saying no to certain people, I feel like there's a lot of inner strength that's going to come out. I also really intuitively thinking, I see the 404, right? The 44. And I'm feeling that you guys are definitely perhaps seeing synchronicities. And for some of you, it's like you don't know what they mean. But I feel like for many of you, you're going to be finding out what they mean and when to act on them. Like you're going to become much more in touch with synchronicities and understanding them. We also have higher power. So again, another 4. So 444 might be something that you're seeing. You're tapping into your higher power for sure. We have the key there on, you know, right where her third eye chakra is. So again, there's a lot of intuitive abilities opening up for you. A lot of knowledge into the higher good for yourself and the higher good for other people as well, I feel. I feel like you're going to be having a lot of dreams and messages from your guides, from angels, from, you know, whatever you believe in. There's going to be a lot of signs coming for you. But I feel like there'll be an understanding of them, tapping into that knowledge. For some of you, kind of like pile number 2, it might be that you guys are, you know, getting in touch with like your Akashic records, or, you know, getting deeper into meditation and having better results. You know what I mean? For some of you, yeah, if you have a hard time meditating, you might be able to find that quiet within you to really dig down deep and get a better meditation. Because the panther spirit, like, you know, think of panthers, they kind of are quiet. They, you know, they can be calm and kind of, yeah, there's this like energy of perhaps being able to get deeper into meditation, astral travel, lucid dreaming, those type of things. I feel like spiritual topics, you'll have a lot more power in these things. Do you know what I mean? In your spirituality and in the directions you want to go into spiritually. Also, I feel like for some of you, you'll be able to really like leap onto something. If you've been intuitively led to do something, and you know, and you've been getting all these signs, and you've been getting all these feelings, and you're like, it's just do it. Like the Nike logo, just do it. I feel like you're going to have that courage though to just do it. It's not just, you know, you have to do it. It's like you actually have the drive to do it. And we have personal riches. So small successes are likely now, and bigger ones are on their way. Finances could improve dramatically, but avoid get-rich schemes. So there could be some discernment here too, with how to make money. That's always a good thing, a blessing to have, is some discernment, because then we don't get caught up in, you know, things that aren't for our benefit. And sometimes that's a thing that's blocked for a lot of people, is that they don't. Sometimes it's hard to understand what's good for them, and what, you know, it's easier to understand sometimes what's good for other people. But sometimes when it comes to ourselves, we can't tell. But I feel like you're going to be able to tell. You know, anything that doesn't seem worthy of your path, it's like you know it. And if it's not going to benefit you. As well, for some of you, I feel like there's a lot of you that are going to be getting success, right, with your finances. Also, for some of you, this might just be the starting phase, but I feel like it's going to lead into much better things. It's part of it's kind of, with the panther, it might be something that kind of starts off slowly, but then you're going to see like these crazy results come in. Do you know what I mean? So if it's like, kind of like a roller coaster, you're going to go up, 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 and then it's just going to go woof, and you're going to like have all that, kind of like that power of gravity, I guess, kind of pushing you. We also have Zinnia, absence. What is not here is the key. That's interesting. What is not here is the key. So there's definitely this looking at what's not in your life and using that for your knowledge. And perhaps there are certain things that aren't in your life right now that you know you need to get, right? So it's kind of reevaluating what's absent in your life and figuring out intuitively how to bring it in. So if you need money, for instance, to start something, like a startup cost or something like that, or you're looking for love, it can go in any realm, really. I feel like you're going to be in touch with the absences, understanding as well how to bring them into your life, depending on who, there are different people with different situations, but there's that. I feel also you're going to feel secure with the absence. If there are certain people that have been absent from your life and you've been hanging on really tight, you're going to be much more secure. I feel like this is a similar message, I think, to pile number 2. It was the previous pile. That it's almost like giving it to God, or, just like letting things work out the way that they're meant to work out. There could be a much more patient spirit with what is absent as well. The dragon, strength and wisdom. So a lot of strength coming to you and wisdom to do things. Like I said, I don't feel like you're gonna have the wisdom to see through things, to know whether they're for you or not. I don't feel like you're gonna be very confused. Some of you might be tapping into that intuition inside of you. One thing I would encourage you guys to practice is your When you're doing something, start doing that muscle. When you go to, like, for instance, a restaurant and you have a hard time choosing, secretly, go and see what you really want. What do you really want? Because that's where you're going to find out when you start to exercise that internal yes or no. You're going to start to really understand more about what you really want. And that gives you a lot of power, because when you understand what you want, that's power, right? Because a lot of people are just going through life without any knowledge about what they want. They want everything, kind of, and nothing at the same time, right? And for those of you that are in that position where it's like everything and nothing at the same time, I feel like you are going to narrow that down. It's going to be narrowed down for you. That's part of the blessing. And I think that's a huge blessing for some people, because it can be hard when you have so many different things on your mind. We have Libra. So Libra is associated with the 7th house. So I do feel for some of you there's a love message here. We have here and now. Your true love is already part of your life. For some of you, you already have, perhaps you have someone on your mind. And one of the blessings could be that the realization that you already know your true love, that this is the person. Maybe for some of you, you've been back and forth on a person. You're not sure whether they're for you or not. I feel like intuitively you're going to get messages about that. For some of you that aren't interested in love, though, you're going to understand that you are already part of your life, right? And that your life is about you, essentially, at the end of the day. And yeah, you work with other people and stuff, and you should be, cooperative with other people. You should, but again, with the one thing about Libra is sometimes they can be a bit people pleasers sometimes. That can be, one of the downfalls, but also a good thing too, because there needs to be a balance, right? Keep it in balance. But it could be about if you've been tipping the scales towards other people. It's about taking it back and making it more balanced, where you're actually giving yourself the love that you deserve, right? We have the 6 of Swords. So again, walking away from negative mindsets, negative feelings, getting to a clearer place where thoughts are going to be clearer. If you've been feeling foggy or confused about, which direction you're going in, again, there's going to be like the clouds lifting, movement towards, a clearer frame of mind, being much more in touch with what's in your head and what's in your heart, and kind of bringing that to the surface. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So I do feel like a lot of you have some good luck coming towards you. There could be some success coming to you financially, okay? With the Wheel of Fortune, it talks about the wheel. Well, the wheel, it can go up or down, but I feel like you guys are on an upswing. There's some luck coming into you. So again, it could be financial for a lot of you. It could be that you just get this lucky break of understanding what you want to do to increase your finances and getting the ability to do that. We have the Page of Cups. So it does seem like your heart's going to be very open and innocent. You could be tapping into your intuition again. Tapping into your spiritual knowledge. For some of you, you could be doing child work. You could be working with children that make you very happy. But there could be also work on your inner child, habits that have kind of maybe you've kept since childhood that aren't healthy for you, okay? It could be loving the child, you know, that you still are inside of you, letting yourself be a little bit more childlike, a little bit more trusting, but as well knowing how to balance that with not being overly trusting, right? Finding a balance is one thing I'm feeling here, for sure. With the Page of Cups, I feel like that's what you're balancing out. How much love you give, how much you receive. But yeah, these are some of the blessings I see. I mean, I really do feel like generally I think that relationships are going to be fairly good for you. Some of you might have some new loves coming in. Finances seem to be improving. I feel like many of you are going to have that, like a really good idea that's going to come to you. That's going to kind of put you on a path to even more. It's going to be kind of like you're starting this summer, I feel. It's like this, like that roller coaster, like descent, you know, like when you're going up it and then you go down. Like I feel like you're on the up, you're going up now. And it's kind of a little bit slow at times, but it's going to, oh wait, I'm taking letters. I guess we'll do letters first and then we'll do charms. Whoops, sorry. I did it backwards. So let's see what we've got. Okie dokie. Hey, we've got Lisa. We have age, so knowing you're never too old. Perhaps getting back to a more innocent age as well. We've got yellow. For those that speak Arabic, yellow, let's go. Okay, let's see. We have, let's go take a few more here from this. We got U, I, D, E, T, T. Ooh, tall. So growing taller. But taller doesn't have to be physically. Maybe some of you will have a growth spurt if you're young enough. But maybe standing tall too in yourself. We've got fad. Maybe for some of you, you guys are tuning into a possible fad for the future. And if you get any ideas like that, act on them, okay? If you get an intuitive idea and you're like, this needs to happen, I feel it, act on it. Seriously. Okay? Ooh, we've got, you know what we have if we do this is coven. Some of you might be joining a coven or finding like-minded people. To maybe if you practice magic or something, or any type of spirituality, you might be finding a group that really vibes with you. For some of you, you might be breaking off from that too if you've had a toxic experience in that way. We've also got, hold on, we have, where'd it go? We have attitude. So you might have a little bit more of an attitude. Let's see, we have laugh. So laughter might be more important if we use that blank tile. Ooh, okay, here I see what I want to put. Falter. If you guys have faltered in the past or stumbled a little bit, I feel like you're getting out of that. You're more prepared than you ever were. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. So let's get some charms real quick. Sorry I did that backwards. I guess I was in the zone. Maybe you guys needed the letters first. Who knows? Okie dokie, let's see what we've got. We've got Jack. Oops, wow. Sorry, Jack. Oh my goodness. Let's see, we've got 2 Leos. Oh my gosh, okay. Ooh, we've got the fish, okay. I like that. Let's look here. So first of all, we have a strawberry. So strawberries make me think of something sweet, a sweet opportunity. We have a fish. Fish talk about abundance, okay? Things multiplying. is kind of what I think of multiplication, you know, like multiplying fish, abundance. Financial, it can be about good luck, finances, pushing forward, you know, in the stream. Even if it seems like you're kind of going upstream, you're eventually going to get to that spot where you can really like surge forward. We have good vibes. So again, I think you're searching for good vibes. You're going to have good vibes around you, especially in terms of friendship groups, perhaps. We have you are my sunshine. We have all these different little attributes such as kind, free, true, brave, strong, happy, thankful. So again, you could be, I feel like love, connecting with children is really good for some of you if you are into that. That's not going to be for all of you, but it could be just like very loving connections around you. Whether it's family or a mother or, you know, an auntie or something. We have a key. So again, a lot of key. Look at the key on her head. See? A lot of knowledge is being unlocked for you. We have Libra. So again, Libra here. And romance. A lot of you are going to have some romantic opportunities, some really good ones. I think some of you might start dating somebody that you already know. And maybe you've already kind of had your eye on somebody and you're wondering if there's potential. I feel like there is really good potential for a really special beginning. Because not only do we have Libra, but that Page of Cups too. I feel like there's genuineness here. With that Leo, again, fun dating, hobbies, paying attention to your hobbies. We have Paris, so it could indicate, you know, for instance, maybe some of you are learning a language. Some of you want to travel. Some of you might be connected to Paris. And we have B. So just being comfortable, being. I feel like that's one thing. You're just going to have comfortable, like a comfortable sense of yourself. You're just going to feel good and comfortable in your own body. And that's another thing. I feel like you guys are focusing a lot on your body in some way. I feel like for many of you, one of the blessings I said is like getting more in shape, having more energy. That's going to be something that's prevalent for some of you. Taking control of your life and fulfilling your dreams with Jack. But we also have a kitty cat, so it could be that some of you get a kitty cat. That might be a blessing. Maybe a cat comes into your life. In fact, actually, guys, I've had 2 cats show up at my door. I have a new one at my door now. He's a black cat. He's really cute, but gosh darn it, like I'm attracting. Now we have a kitten from the other one that just came. And apparently cats are just called to the door. To our house. So yeah, I've got 2 cat blessings right now. And well, actually a third one because there was a kitten. The mama cat, by the way, had her kittens. She had 5 of them, but they all passed. Most of them were born dead, unfortunately. But one of them survived. It's fluffy and cute. I post on Instagram sometimes. But anyways, guys, I'm really wishing you guys lots of blessings for the summer. I know that you guys are going to have a good summer. There's a lot of optimism to be found. I feel like there's a lot of growth to be had. And I'm sending you lots and lots of love. Okay? Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all next time. Oh, and if you want a personal reading, all that information's down in the description box below, okay? See ya. Hey guys, so if you chose pile number 4 with the smoky quartz, this is your reading. So what blessing can you expect over the course of the next few months, okay? So the summer period or winter period for some of you. What can you kind of expect to come in? What kind of blessings are coming towards you? So we have the Seahorse Spirit, watch and wait. This is a really interesting one because you're like, huh, it's a blessing to wait? That doesn't sound like a blessing to me as an Aries. No, I want it now. No, the Seahorse Spirit can be about getting new perspectives. Okay, so for some of you, it might be that if you've been in a period of stagnation, you're going to start to get a different perspective coming towards you. Also, one thing that the Seahorse talks about is that you can kind of remove yourself from drama. Okay, so it might be that you're having a bit of a drama-free summer. That can be an excellent thing for some of you. This could also be knowing that sometimes you have to know when to pull back, you know, not my circus, not my monkeys. There's this piece, though, I feel like, with the Seahorse that's possible for you. So again, if there's been some drama in your life, I feel like it's going to dissipate, and that could be one of the blessings, is that maybe things are going to kind of calm down for you and not be maybe so hectic or stressful. We also have why. This is interesting next to the Seahorse because the Seahorse can also talk about, like I said, getting new perspectives, right, and waiting. For some of you, there's a lot of internal work coming for you, a lot of questions answered as to why things are happening. Whatever the theme is in your life, whether it's why is a relationship not working out, why am I not moving forward? Why can't I make a decision? Why do I feel this way? There's some whys getting answered. You know what I mean? There's some questions being answered that you're going to really find out yourself. And I feel like it's through, being able to kind of remove yourself from drama, for instance. You might even get a break. And then when you pull back, you're just like, why am I doing this? Why am I involved with these people? Why am I, you know what I mean? It's like a realization, an epiphany of some kind could come to you as a part of a blessing. We have care required. Guard yourself against deception and be careful of making foolish mistakes at this time. That's interesting because watch and wait. Some of you one of your blessings might be avoiding big mistakes because you're not engaging maybe with certain people or certain situations. And that's because this is a blessing, care required. So what you're getting out of this is that you're guarding yourself against deception. You're not making foolish mistakes. That's a blessing. So again, maybe this pulled back energy that you're having, maybe usually you run into things or something, or you jump into things, and now you're kind of like pulling back a little bit and looking at it from a different perspective, which can actually save your butt in some ways, okay? Which is, yeah, I know it kind of sounds like a boring blessing because it's not like $1 million or something, but it actually can be a really good thing because what is better than peace? Come on. Just to live a happy existence. Come on, there's nothing better. Honestly. Heliconia, realization. The answer is here. Take heed. Again, you're going to get a lot of answers. I feel like there's a lot, things that you've been questioning about yourself, about other people. There's answers coming towards you. And I feel like it's when you're in that quiet frame of mind is when you're really going to get a lot of these realizations, these answers. We have the Oracle, seek wisdom and guidance from elders. So that's interesting. For some of you, one of the blessings is that you might be able to spend time with somebody who has a lot of wisdom in a topic that you're interested in. You might be able to find a mentor or like a guide of some kind. You might be able to actually get in touch with your spirit guides. For some of you, that could be a blessing that maybe you're going to find a way to tap in to getting more from your spirit guides, more information. Also, but don't forget about people in real life, you know what I mean? Not real life, but you know what I mean? Like in your 3D world that could actually bring you some wisdom, making sure that you're seeking out people that have wisdom, that can guide you, that can be beneficial to you in some way. I'm not saying that you have to use people, but it's always good to surround yourself with people that are somehow uplifting you, right? That are encouraging you or teaching you something that can, I don't know, I always look for teachers in people because I have a ninth house, like a packed ninth house, but so I always love to learn from other people. But that's, being open to learning is something. And for some of you, I feel like maybe you could have some extra time with a grandparent or like an elderly relative, and that could actually be a big blessing for you. Because maybe they're going to give you some kind of knowledge that you haven't had before. Maybe they'll pass something down to you that has some vital importance. You know what I mean? That you maybe don't realize now, but you know what I mean? They might have some family history that will really open your eyes to certain patterns maybe. Do you know what I mean? I think it can go a little bit differently for different people, but there's definitely a lot of uncovery happening for you. A lot of questions being answered. We have the third house and the square. Challenges in communication. This could talk about challenges in communication, could be lifting. Again, if there's been a lot of drama, especially maybe in your neighborhood, in your family, especially extended family, like aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings, that could be dissipating a little bit. It could be because you pull back from it. Maybe you start to understand why it's happening, and you kind of have that mode of like, I'm not getting involved because it's just not my deal. I don't want to be involved with it. And maybe for some of you, it's been hard for you to do it in the past. So it's a blessing that you can kind of let go of this and really just find your inner peace and be like, yeah, I don't want to deal with this. This could also be if there have been challenges in the thing about the third house is it can be our local neighborhood. So if there have been like lockdowns, for instance, it's like you might see some of those challenges lift and you can actually get out, right? Get out and do more things. Research is another thing that the third house, learning something new, finding someone to teach you something. If you've been wanting to learn astrology or something, you might come across somebody who has a lot of knowledge to share with you. By the way, I always love to talk about astrology, so DM me on Instagram. I'll talk your ear off about house rulers. I'm terrible. Ask the people. I can't do it for everybody, so Like, it's hard. I can't read charts anymore for people because I just don't have the time. But, and I've had people ask me when I'm going to start offering that service. And I unfortunately, it's a lot different than tarot reading. And I've been studying it for a lot of years. Many, many years. But sometimes I can tell you at least some things if you DM me. I can at least maybe give you some insight if you send me your chart. If you have a specific question, you know, like, okay, love or something like that, I can look at where your 7th house ruler is and what sign it's in and blah, blah, blah. Okay, anyways. But, yeah, you know what I mean? Maybe if you have some astrology questions, I'm always open to, like, questions. People DM me and I try to answer back as much as I can unless your message gets buried. So again, but it could be that you find other people. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be me. I'm just offering myself up. We have vulnerability. You can be completely open with this person. That's interesting. And considering, I do feel like many of you have somebody in your life, because we have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. For some of you, I do feel like one of the blessings is that you guys are going to start a relationship, a steady relationship. There's a potential here. And this is somebody with the King of Cups that you can be vulnerable with, okay? I see a solid foundation here. And being able to open up emotionally. The Ace of Cups is all about, you know, emotions that bubble over, happiness, joy, finding that inner peace too. As you can see with this one though, you know what I love about this card compared and thinking about this, the spread is, look at it. In this card, the water isn't overflowing. This is calm emotions. This is peace. So again, there's this peace and harmony, I feel like. Oh, and we have the 10 of Pentacles as well. So again, for some of you, it could be finding peace and harmony in your own family or your own social circle. By the way, the 10 of Pentacles, it doesn't always have to be about like our family, because obviously some of us don't have families, you know what I mean, or the traditional family. Some of us have friends that are family. So it's about finding that community of people that you feel really good with. There could be some new opportunities for that. Getting yourself into a new group, a social group, for instance. I would definitely be open to things in your neighborhood, taking classes or something. Maybe like look into like a yoga class or a healing class, or, you know what I mean, different things, opportunities as things start to open up. That might be where you could find some really long-lasting results for yourself. And, oops, I just threw those. And again, I feel like for some of you, there could be a water sign in your life, but it doesn't have to be a water sign. The King of Cups, you know, and anybody can be emotional and have emotional depth, not only water signs. So it is somebody with emotional depth, though. Okay, there's somebody in your life, and maybe for some of you, it's you that's ready to sit more comfortably in your emotions, to be calmer in your emotions, which kind of help you make progress towards, for instance, that legacy that you want to build for yourself, that family that you want to build someday, that stability that you want to build. You know what I mean? I definitely see a focus on the material, on comfort, on steadiness, on patience, but also on your emotions. There could be a lot of emotional patience coming towards you as well. Finding that internal peace that everything's going to work out. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you guys. I really like these cards. They're so pretty. Thank you, Angela. Angela got those off the wish list, and I'm just like in love with them. Okay, let's get some charms and see what pops up. Also with that vulnerability, right? It might be that you can be vulnerable in love. That's another thing I wanted to say. For some of you, if you've had a hard time being vulnerable in love, one of the blessings is that you might be able to be more vulnerable. Or you're going to have somebody that's willing to be more vulnerable with you. If you wait for them. I feel like some of you are in a connection that's very steady and long-lasting. That has a lot of potential for the long term. And you might be, for some of you, sorry, you might be starting, Oomga, come here. Sorry about that. My dog, he just thinks everything's important. Sorry, my dog, he just, oh my gosh, okay, let me see what we've got here. Ooh, I almost wonder if you're going to be talking to somebody that like makes your battery drain, like you're going to be talking so much. Like you're going to connect with them so much. We have Leo as well, so love life could be a focus here. Having fun, hobbies. We have Cancer. So home life, I feel like your home life's going to be better. With the Ten of Pentacles, if you've been having problems with your family, I feel like either you're going to kind of get to a place where you handle it better emotionally, or things are just going to generally be better, depending on kind of like what situation you're at. For some of you, it could be like that you're kind of pulling away from toxic family members. Or for some of you, it's just ironing out and becoming more comfortable with your family. Yeah, with the toxic, there we go, right there, toxic people perhaps. For some of you, that's what you are pulling away from, toxic relationships, and you're opening your heart to better ones. We have the heart with wings, so again, I feel like some of you, your heart's going to be really soaring. And it's going to feel more free if it's been weighed down by something. I feel like there will be a freer sense to yourself. We have the yin and yang, masculine and feminine energy being in balance, which is really nice. And interesting, oh, Cancer and Leo, sun and moon. Wow. Yeah, you're going to be really in balance. You're going to be finding that balance. Live, laugh, and love. Love and be loved. Yeah, so you guys are accepting connections in which there's equality. Where you love and you are loved, you know? And where it's together. We have forever. I feel like a lot of you are finding your forever partner. Or you already are in a connection with a forever person. Okay? For some of you who are wondering who your soulmate is, I think one of the blessings is that you're going to realize that this person's already in your life. Okay? We have I can. So having that courage, that sun-like masculine courage to, you know, that sun energy to create anything that you dream of. That you can, you know, you wish for in your heart. Bringing your heart, you know, the things in your heart to reality. We have a little tour bus, like an England tour bus. So some of you might be traveling or dreaming of traveling. There could be a lot of transportation, driving around, road trips and stuff like that, or tourism. We have Emma. So Emma's a book by Jane Austen. She actually is like setting people up in that novel. So it could be that like someone sets you up on a date or something, or you find love. Again, it's a romance story, so definitely check that out. And then we have the wand. So this always reminds me of the magician and being magical, being able to create whatever you want. There's a lot of personal power here. We have best friends forever. So again, friendship is a focus here. Finding friends that you, again, like I said, could be attracting new friends in. We have Jack. So having control of your dreams, like making your dreams a reality. Treating others. We have two things about equality here. About making sure that you have people in your life, or drawing people into your life that treat you the way you want, that you treat others. It says, do as you would be done by. Almost too simple, but this is all you need to get by. And love and be loved. So those are both about a similar energy. Not accepting trash. You know what I mean? My dog is so grumpy. He's old, okay? He's like 11, I think. I've had him since he was 6 months old. He's old and grumpy. Get off my lawn, he says. Okay, so we have Belle. So it could be that for some of you, you get a lot of good books to read. That might be a blessing. For some of you, you might be writing a book or dreaming your world into being. Again, there might be a breakthrough with a grumpy person, right? She has a breakthrough with the beast. So some of you, if you've been like kind of waiting for somebody to come around, they might actually come around. This person could actually come around. But I feel like it's like once you find that inner peace in yourself, that inner strength, and you're just like, you know what? That's up to them, not up to me. And you kind of just let go of that expectation. You know what I mean? Okie dokie, let's see. It's also like, you know, claiming who you want to be, right? Belle doesn't care if other people think she's quirky or weird. She, you know, she never cared. Everybody's like, look, there she goes, a girl that's strange, but special. No, wait. Special? Oh my gosh, I have the soundtrack in my car, by the way. I sing it sometimes when I'm driving. But yeah, like she doesn't fit in, right? But she didn't give a crap. She's like, whatever. I'll just do me and I'll find my people. I'll find my people that, you know, accept me the way I am. Okay, so we've got, let's see. What do we see? Oops. Balt. Maybe some of you are from the Baltic countries. So Baltic countries, if you know what that is, then, or maybe you want to go on a trip there. Let's see. We have... Okay, we have a good one here. Fault. So, realizing that things aren't your fault, other people's behavior, or maybe you'll see some of your own faults, right, in something. For some of you, that might be a blessing that you're actually going to uncover some of your own faults or why you've been doing the things that you've been doing. But for some of you, it might be that you're detaching when you know it's other people's fault and you can't control them. You know what I mean? And that's their fault, not your fault. You're not in charge of other people's behavior. You can only do so much, right? We've got... We've almost got Mexico. This reminds me of Mexico. So maybe some of you, travel for some of you. You might be going to your home places or discovering something. Let's see here. We've got... Let's see. Oh, sorry. Apparently I had one there. I didn't realize. We've got... We almost have... No, we don't. I thought we had lucky, but... We've got facts. So maybe... I don't think anyone faxes anymore, do they? Or do they? I don't know. We have fact. So uncovering facts. We've got Lulu. There's a supermarket in the Emirates called Lulu. Maybe some of you are going to go to Lulu. Find your soulmate at Lulu. Okay, that's not going to be funny to most of you. Okay. Let's see. Ooh. You know what I'm seeing? Fester. So things that have been festering inside of you coming to the surface, getting rid of things that are festering, right? Things that you kind of just don't deal with. You're going to be dealing with them. You're going to be breaking through those walls. You're going to be getting through it. We have slur. We've got slum. Let's see. We've also got... Well, we got a lot of letters there. I'm going to go ahead and stop so I don't talk your guys' ear off. But, yeah, let me know if you see any words or initials or names in here that really, call to you. I love it when you guys tell me. Oh, we have rules. Okay, sorry. I always say that I'm going to stop and then I'm like, I see letters. I see words. Someone actually told me I'm getting better. And I got really teased out. You know who you are. You left that comment a few videos ago and I was like, dang it, I'm getting good. Okay, we have Texas. Some of you from Texas. Deep in the heart of Texas. Okay, I'm stopping. Oh, wait, hold on. You know what we could have, actually? July. So for some of you, July might be a big month for you. Also, no, we don't have June, sorry. July. It looks like July might be your best month, I wonder. Or something big happens. And, ooh. Yay! I'm excited for you guys. So I really hope that this reading helps you, gives you some guidance. I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful summer. Sending you lots of love for you and all of your loved ones. And I'd love to see you guys in the next video. Let me know if you have any requests or something. If you'd like to have a personal reading, all that information's down in the description box below. There's a link to my Etsy store, link to my Amazon wish list. You know, as many of you already know that have been a part of my channel for a while, know that I always do a reading for Amazon wish list gifts. So just another option for some of you. And it doesn't matter what cost it is, just saying. Just kindness for kindness type of thing. So it just depends on how you like to do it. But yeah, you can purchase readings. And all my readings, it doesn't matter how you do it, are always video readings just like this. So you just get your own where I'm like blah blahing to only you. So guys, take care of yourselves and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.